Hey there, ladies. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that comes up all the time with my clients. And that is how caloric restriction and chronic undereating can cause weight stalls and in some cases weight gain. So I wanted to make this video to kind of explain what's going on, how to know if this is happening with you, and then how to go about kind of getting out of that cycle. I coach women over 40 on weight loss. And I specifically work with those women who have tried everything and still can't lose weight. They have very stubborn weight loss that is not responding to any sort of diet, or maybe they don't know how to stay on their diet, or maybe they're struggling with emotional eating. But regardless of the case, I help them reach their goal weight. And like I said, one of the common things that comes up is that women aren't eating enough, and that's getting in the way. And typically what is going on when this happens is that the client has spent years, even decades, in kind of a yo-yo diet cycle, lots of dieting, lots of chronic restriction, and they have taught their bodies to function on very little food. And their bodies have kind of down-regulated the metabolism so that it doesn't take much food at all, and they'll gain weight. And what's so frustrating for women is that in their younger years, they were able to eat very few calories and they would lose weight like that. So I have clients that come to me saying, well, I used to eat 1,400 calories a day and I could lose weight quickly. And now I'm eating 1,400 calories a day and I'm gaining weight. And that can be so frustrating when you're working so hard, you're doing everything right, you're hungry all the time, and you get no results. There's a lot of emotional frustration and disappointment that comes along with it. But yeah, typically it's those women who have spent years and years dieting, their bodies have adapted. The other thing too is there's usually other symptoms that are popping up with this inability to lose weight. And typically it's hypothyroidism, it's digestive issues, it's mood issues like irritability and depression, it's insomnia. It's sex hormone imbalances, irregular menstrual cycles that are kind of tied in with this too. And once again, that's a result of kind of down regulating your metabolism. And it's so hard to get out of the cycle because anytime you start eating a little bit more, you pack on the pounds. And so you're just caught, like I said, in this trap that you feel like you can't get out of. And it can be very, very frustrating. The other thing that's going on when you are not eating enough is that you are constantly putting your body into kind of a chronic stress state. So your cortisol is elevated because your body's perceiving starvation. And so that chronic cortisol and kind of being in that constant sympathetic nervous state is creating a hormonal storm for fat storage. So due to the effects of high cortisol on how that impacts your insulin and your glucose, your chronic starvation, your over-exercising is actually causing you to gain weight. And along with that, that chronic stress state is causing insomnia. And we all know that insomnia causes weight gain too. So it's just this vicious cycle where the stress causes the insomnia causes stress, and then it makes it nearly impossible to lose weight, even though you aren't eating very much. So how do you go about, what do you do if this sounds like you, and how do you go about kind of fixing it? Well, you've probably heard by now, because it's talked about a lot, is this concept called reverse dieting, where you are actually kind of increasing your calories. Maybe you are decreasing some of that chronic cardio exercise, and you are doing it in such a way where your metabolism is kind of healed and upregulated, and you're raising that basal metabolic rate so that you can down the road really start losing the weight again. Now, this reverse dieting process there's different ways to go about doing it. And that's what I help my clients do, is take them through a systematic approach of reverse dieting so that they don't gain a bunch of weight in the process, and they do it in such a manner where sometimes they even lose weight. I have some clients, actually I have a handful of clients that have lost weight while increasing their calories. And to me, that's a telltale sign that they were definitely in a stress state. And now that they've nourished themselves more, they're eating more, it's kind of relaxing their bodies, lowering their cortisol, decreasing some of that inflammation weight from stress. And that's a possibility that might happen too. So, it also, many clients ask me, well, how long is it going to take for me to go through this reverse diet process? And it just depends on the person. It depends on how down regulated your metabolism is. But most of my clients are able to really heal things and upregulate their metabolism within months, somewhere around 6 months, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And then they can eventually cut their calories a little bit more or change their diet in a way where they will start losing weight. So for example, if you're eating 1,200 calories a day right now and you're stalling or gaining weight, I can take you through a process where maybe you can eat 1,800 calories a day and start to lose weight. Or maybe I even have some clients who they can eat 2,000 calories a day and they can start to lose weight. So that's how you heal it. That's how you reverse this, ladies. And it might take a little bit longer. The weight loss journey might take you a little bit longer, but in the end, it's so beneficial to go through this process, because not only is it going to be easier for you to lose weight, but you are also healing along the way a lot of the other symptoms. You're healing your metabolism. You're healing a lot of times the insomnia. Your mood improves. And so in the long run, it's completely worth it. So if this sounds like you and you want somebody to kind of help you through the process, somebody that knows how to set out a plan for you, then get a hold of me. You can visit my website at kellykeelan.com, and I'll put the link below this video. You can message me and find out a little bit more about how I help women. So that is what I have for you today on caloric restriction and how it can cause weight stalls or weight gain. And I would love to hear from you. And all right, we'll see you in the next video.